Hello, PayInfotech is an award-winning Cisco partner with strong expertise across Cisco security. PayInfotech leverages its BigPass platform to provide users and partners dozens of hands-on labs without the need for a real kit on-prem. Let's begin by giving you a quick overview about failover on Cisco Firewall. Cisco ASA Firewall, active standby failover. Let's look into it. The Cisco ASA Firewall is often an important device as a part of your network. We use it for remote access VPNs, NAT or PAT, filtering, and more. Since it's such an important device, it's a good idea to have a second ASA in case the first one fails. The ASA supports active standby failover, which means one ASA becomes the active device. It handles everything, while the backup ASA is the standby device. It doesn't do anything unless the active firewall fails. The failover mechanism is stateful, which means that the active ASA sends all stateful connections, information, state to the standby firewall. This includes TCP UDP states, NAT translation tables, auth table, VPN information, and more. When the active firewall fails, the standby firewall will take over, and since it has all connection information, the users won't notice any hiccup in the network. Let's look at the Cisco ASA firewall in the active-active failover scenario. An active-active failover is typically made up of at least two nodes, both actively running the same kind of service simultaneously. The main purpose of an active-active failover is to achieve load balancing. Load balancing distributes workloads across all nodes in order to prevent any single node from getting overloaded. Because there are more nodes available to serve, there will also be a marked improvement in throughput and response times. Well, let's look at the requirements needed to be followed if we want to use the failover scenario. Well, platform has to be the same. For example, we need to have two ASA 5510s or two ASA 5520s, which means the hardware needs to be the same, needs to have the same number and type of interfaces. Flash memory and RAM has to be the same. Same operating mode, routed or transparent, and single or multiple context mode. The licensing requirement also needs to be the same, with the number of VPN peers, the type of encryption supported, etc. Current license, some of the lower models require the Security Plus license for failover. As an example, we have the ASA 5510. Now let's look into a few show commands where when you type in show failover, we've gone ahead and highlighted the important part which provides the information about the active standby firewall. Like if we use failover output in first image, it shows that the unit is primary and is on standby. Whereas the second image shows that the ASA unit is secondary, but the current state is active. So now that you're familiar with what failover is, If you're interested in how BitPass can help you and your team learn about failover and other features of network security, please reach out to your Bay Infotech representative. Thank you.